Welcome everybody. How you doing? How we feeling today? We good? Welcome to the show. I hope the television set is working all right. I borrowed it from a friend. I don't really know how reliable it is or is not, but we're coming to you live in CinemaScope, or we're trying to. I don't know if everything's working. All this newfangled technology it's lost on me. I tell you, lost. Anyway, I'm your host, Bright Kelly, and I'm also all of your musical guests tonight because, well, we're a really low-budget show and I couldn't afford to hire anyone. Plus, almost everybody that I wanted to have perform on the show today has, unfortunately, died of old age, or of drugs and drinking, or venereal disease, or of murder. So, why, thank you. I hear from the audience that we're liking the hair today. I should tell you, this took a long time. A pomp is no joke, and I wouldn't willingly do it again. Or plane crashes. We're going to address plane crashes, but here we are in the studio, and we're going to try it. We're going to try it, all right? We're going to try to get everything right. We're going to try to have a good show. I've got different angles here. We're going to try to get it all going. We're going to try to do the thing. We're going to try to have fun tonight. We're going to try to do it all with one microphone and no bells and whistles because, of course, it's 1959 and bells and whistles don't exist. So here I have an acoustic guitar, and I'm going to try to do everything with this tonight, including reimagining some favorites of yours, audience requests, if you will, to try. Oh, good luck there on the heist. I see we burned rubber, got back in. Thank you. We're of course broadcasting to the big chair, everyone. We're broadcasting to the big chair, and the big chair is well, it's just receiving static, but you know, what are you gonna do? So here we are with a guitar, and we're going to put the thing on, and we're going to try to play a song with it. Now, while we're talking about touches today, I want you all to realize that not only have I done a pompadour for you, but I have rolled a box into my sleeve. I am pulling no punches and taking no chances. The aesthetic is alive and well in me, and I hope that if you're enjoying yourself, am I bleeding? I hope that if you're enjoying yourself, you will tell friends to tune in and not touch that dial. This is the hope. All right. Coming to you now, please welcome to the stage a good friend of ours here at the show, Mr. Bobby Darin, who's going to sing a little number for you. Of course, the real Levi's. What do you take me for, sir? Hey, I'm not shaving this for one show. Every night I hope and pray a dream lover will come my way. A girl to hold in my arms and feel the magic of her charms, because I want a girl to call my own. I want a dream lover so I don't have to dream alone. Dream lover, where are you? With a love oh so true, and a hand that I can hold to feel you near me when I grow old, because I want a girl to call my own. I want a dream lover so I don't have to dream alone. Someday, I don't know how, I hope she'll hear my plea. some way, I don't know how, she gonna bring her love to me. Dream lover, until then, I'll go to sleep and dream again. That's the only thing to do until my lover's dreams come true. Because I want a girl to call my own. I want a dream lover so I don't have to dream alone. Because I want a girl to call my own. I want a dream lover so I don't have to dream alone. I want a dream lover so I don't have to dream alone. I want a dream lover so I don't have to dream alone. Oh yeah, applause noises, a round of applause noises coming from the crowd in the audience. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Bobby Darin, give it up for him. Thank you for stopping out, you hip cats, cool kids, and daddy-os. I hope you're enjoying your time here in the 1950s, where some have said America was great. Shame about all that racism, though. Anyway. I do love the music of this era. I do love the culture development of this era. It is my opinion, if you'll permit me to play time traveler for a moment, it is my opinion that the 1960s were made inevitable by the 1950s. It was the first time economically that children and teenagers didn't have to go to work because there was an economic boom after the war. And suddenly, well, teenagers and children, well, they were just allowed to be teenagers and children. Also, it was diet pills. So, what happened that was curious and interesting was that in the 1950s, suddenly, there were these groups of a whole market of teenagers that had nothing of their own to call their own, and the market responded by aiming music and film and television and things at those groups. And it exploded. Rock and roll came to be because, well, if we're being entirely frank, it was invented by black people, and then white people co-opted it and took it for themselves because they liked it so very much. The interesting thing about that, of course, was that the 60s, as I said, were inevitable, because in the 50s, all these little Bobby Soxers and evangelist children, who were living in a very politically conservative time, of course. Their parents were politically conservative because of the Cold War beginning, and because of the end of the World War. And these children were growing up under the thumb of churches and Rotary clubs and things like that. And then on comes rock and roll and black music and rhythm and blues and gospel and the Delta and all these things that hadn't received airplay in mainstream America. And suddenly, bam! There they were, listening to all of these things for the first time, and they grew up loving the music made by black people, by Sam Cooke, by Chuck Berry, by Fats Domino. And so in the 1960s, when they came of age, the ones who were young in the 1950s, they thought to themselves, well, why shouldn't these people have equal rights? They're awful good at, well, everything, and I think we should go march with them. And the freedom that was born in the 1960s just grew because of that. It became inevitable. And I brought all that up because I'd like to try to do justice to one of the earliest examples in rock and roll music of a white boy taking it to the mainstream. Now, it is important to know, this was cultural appropriation. It just was. No matter how good the intention it was, he, and by he, of course, I mean the king, he loved that music. He didn't think of it as stealing the music. He thought of it as helping to broadcast it to a larger audience. And he spent his life fighting racism in many ways, insisting that people be treated a certain way, much like Marilyn Monroe did, much like John F. Kennedy did. But Elvis Presley did steal this song, and of course it was written by a bluesman named Arthur Crudup. That's alright, mama. That's alright for you. That's alright, mama. Just any way you do. That's alright. That's alright. Well, that's alright, mama. Any way you do. Mama, she done told me. Papa done told me too, yeah. Son, that gal you're fooling with, she ain't no good for you. Well, that's alright. That's alright. That's alright, mama. Any way you do. Yeah. Town, baby, leaving town for sure. Then you won't be bothered with me hanging round your door. That's alright. That's alright. That's alright, mama. Anyway you do live that I need. Yeah. Lord, that's alright, mama, any way you do. You know, I might have gone a little too hard on that song, and I'll tell you why. If I were to go over to our camera number 2, operator, could you switch to Phil, camera 2, Phil. Could you? She's 15, Phil. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Could you go to camera 2, please? Thank you. Could you fix camera 2? Oh. Damn it, Phil. I'll do it myself. We went so hard, you see. We went so hard that we knocked the camera over. And then are knocking it over again. It's not very sturdy, this one. All right, how's that? Is that good? All right. Thanks for nothing, Phil. You're a real son of a bitch. The censors are going to kill me for that. All right, here we go. Ladies and germs at home, I hope you're enjoying the show so far. We go for a variety. Which is why I'm going to bring an unknown. I'm going to bring a young, unknown singer who never had a hit in the 1950s to the show, and we're going to try to listen to one of his songs with great appreciation. And I hope that you can. Yes, that's right. Thank you in the audience there, damn it, Phil. I don't know why Phil's such a son of a bitch, but he is. All right. Alrighty then. Let's see what happens if I do this. Yes, alright. We got ourselves a young singer tonight by the name of Mr. Bright Kelly. Thank you, Danny. And Mr. Bright Kelly is going to do a song of his That's a bit of a rockabilly number. And here we go. Hey, thanks, Bright. I appreciate you giving me such a kind and warm introduction and welcome over there like that. That's awful kind of you. I really appreciate that. Oh, no problem, Bright. We're really happy to have you on the show, and I hope the audience is good to you, and I hope the song is good. Good luck to you, sir. Good luck to you. Oh, well, again, thank you, Mr. Kelly, sir. Thank you. This is a song called A New Leaf, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you like it. Welcome back to reality, to the sound of traffic, the smell of smoke, and the fear of being. I hope that you're not too mad at me for the trust I stole and the mistakes I keep repeating. I don't know if you noticed all the eagerness in me. I don't know if you feel alive when your heart beats a restless deep, but a new leaf, maybe we could turn over a new leaf one last time. 'Cause I won't leave a single word unsaid. I won't make a mess of it again. Won't you punish me, please? But after you get done, roll a new leaf over. I will not forget that you're the one. There's a time to take liberties with the rules of war. There's a time to be forgiving. If you can look to the heart of me, you'd see that I see you as a reason for living. I don't know if you noticed all the eagerness in me, but I know no lover's ever got a guarantee. But look, a new leaf, maybe we could turn over a new leaf one last time. 'Cause I won't leave a single word unsaid, and I won't make a mess of it again. Won't you punish me, please? After you get done, roll a new leaf over. I will not forget that you're the one. Yeah, Lord. Hot dog, y'all. Maybe I should leave it alone. After all, you can't stop the change, 'cause the change is gonna come. But I won't leave a single word unsaid, and I won't make a mess of it again. Won't you punish me, please? And after you get done, roll a new leaf over. And I will not forget, roll a new leaf over. And I will not forget, oh, roll a new leaf over. Yeah, and I will not forget that you're the one. Oh, that's Mr. Bright Kelly there for you. I hope you enjoyed that, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that. You can go find that fella's records. I hear they're on a... Well, I don't know where the store is, but I'm being told by... Oh, hold on. What was that, Phil? Phil, I can't hear you. Phil, hold up the cue card, Phil! Oh, you... The fella's records, that Mr. Brad Kelly, his records are available on... if I'm reading this correctly, they're available at a record store called the Internet, and another record store called the Band Camp. Well, the Band Camp, that sounds like a swell place. Yeah. Is that in the Catskills? No? Well, I thought it might be in the Catskills, Phil. He's just gonna talk. He's just... you're not on camera. They don't care what you have to say, Phil. Well, Mr. Bright Kelly, all I can say for you is that our fans in the audience, they seem to be taking to you, and they're telling you to avoid short runways, fast cars, and single-engine planes. I also would add you might want to avoid helicopters, sir, and if you could avoid making your father too angry, that'd be good. Yes. Well, onward and onward, and upward and upward. What did you guys think of that little number? Ironically, that little number wasn't retooled at all. That's really how it goes. It's called A New Leaf. It's a Mr. Bright Kelly song from when he was a younger lad. And he hasn't played it in some time. He told me off stage just before the performance that he hadn't played that one in some time. And was really looking forward to the challenge of trying to play it for you tonight. All right. Well, I don't mean to run over the boy's thunder. I don't mean to make the boy feel outclassed or put on or any such thing. But we are going to continue on with the show, and we're going to bring in some people who are bigger names than Mr. Bright Kelly. Oh, you want to avoid motel operators? Yeah. Well, yeah. You're not wrong, son. You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. This is not a regulation television beard, you know. They let me get away with it just this once. Just this once. They told me I could have this. But it's fake, you see. It's just it's a prop. It's just on the spirit gum. Underneath this, my face is as hairless and naked as the baby Jesus. What do you mean I'm going to get in trouble for that one, Phil? And what are you doing on that side? Weren't you over there? Phil, you're confusing me, you son of a... Ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy the background music. We're going to turn on some static for you because, well, it's the 1950s and that's what we got. We're going to turn on some static for just a minute, and I'm going to go get myself a beverage off stage. Enjoy. All right, Phil, kill the static track. You son of a bitch. There we are. Okay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a very special arrangement for you this evening, you see. I am suffering from a very common affliction called dehydration. And so, our producers have supplied me with this very large bottle. And for the smallest donation of your television show, Bright Bucks, you can make me a drink from this. All night long, that is. All right, we've got a very special performance from a well-known gentleman, and I do hope you'll take kindly to him. Are you ready? Are you ready over there, son? Are you prepared? Are you good to go?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm good.
All right, so we're gonna put the camera on that young man, and please enjoy yourselves. Thank you. Oh, oh boy. All right, let's get this guitar on, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna get the guitar on. All right, and that sounds like it's in tune. Yeah, that sounds like it's in tune. All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you go. There you go. Oh, drat. I can't find my plectrum. I had a plectrum laying about. There was a plectrum somewhere. Where'd you go? Ah, I found my plectrum. I'm gonna go over to camera 1 there and play a song for you. Mr. Kelly's out of the way now. So, how are you? Welcome to the show, and I hope you like this one. Every day it's getting closer, going faster than a roller coaster. Love like yours will surely come my way. Hey, hey, hey. Every day it's getting faster. Everyone says go ahead and ask her. Love like yours will surely come my way. Hey, hey, hey. Every day seems a little longer. Every way love's a little stronger. True love, come what do you ever long for? True love from me. Ladies and gentlemen, I messed up that part. I'm gonna do that one bit again. Every day seems a little longer. Every way love's a little stronger. Come what may, do you ever long for true love from me? Every day it's getting closer, going faster than a roller coaster. Love like yours will surely come my way. Hey, hey, hey. I couldn't bring my glockenspiel player tonight. Every day seems a little longer. Every way love's a little stronger. Come what may, do you ever long for true love from me? Every day it's getting closer, going faster than a roller coaster. Love like yours will surely come my way. Hey, hey, hey. And I said, what about breakfast at Tiffany's? She said, I think I remember the film, and as I recall, I think we both kinda liked it. And I said, well, that's one thing we've got in common. You say that we've got nothing in common, no common ground to start from, and we're falling apart. You say the world has come between us, lives have come between us, but I think you just don't care. Then I said, what about breakfast at Tiffany's? She said, I think I remember the film, and as I recall, I think we both kinda liked it. And I said, well, that's one thing we've got, but every day seems a little longer. Every way love's a little stronger. Love like yours will surely come my way. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Thank you. Well, that was Well, that was just a dynamite song, son. That was really something. I like the little thing you do with your voice. You go, hey, hey, hey. It's a little cough, you know. You got a future in the cartoons with a voice like that. You got a big, bright, long career ahead of you, Mr. Buddy Holly. I'm never wrong about these things. Never, never. Never once, never ever. Today's show brought to you by our corporate sponsors, which include Mo Sweets Please. Mo Sweets Please is a Pennsylvania-based bakery specializing in decorative cookies that are just delicious. And if you guys want to get your hands on those, well, go to Mo Sweets Please on the, what is it, Phil? The what? The Placebook. They have they're listed in the yellow pages. No? Facebook. Well, I don't know what that means, but I'm sure you cool kids do. You hep cats, you. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. What's he talking about, you know? Hey, Phil. Is it time to switch characters yet, Phil? You guys should know I made Phil up after the show started, but now that Phil showed up, I can't get rid of him. He's just hanging out over there. He's making faces at me. He's got triple chins, this guy. Skinny as a rail, but triple chins. Never seen nothing like it, Phil. Ah, Phil. Ah, you rat bastard, Phil. And there he goes about the senses again. Oh, this guy with his senses. Oh, boy. I'm not supposed to smoke on the air. I'm not supposed to smoke on the air. That's a good thing these ain't cigarettes then, huh? This guy. All right. Well, but don't let me be the guy who, far be it from me to like judge anybody for anything, you know, because I didn't graduate kindergarten, so. Yeah, you can hold those cards up all day, Phil. I can't read them. You notice when you hired me. You hired me because I take down all the Bobby socks, you see. But all right. You guys want another song? You want another song, ladies and gentlemen? You want another one? Huh? You just let me know. You can hold up your signs in the audience, and you just let me know if you want another song. We could do a little country music. We could bring on one of our we could bring on Mr. Bright Kelly again at some point in the evening if you like. We probably will. I'm not gonna lie. Hey, thank you to Veronica and to Jessica who dropped a little something in the telethon. Make the numbers go up. We appreciate you. That's very kind. All right. I should have had this one on for the Bobby Darin number, huh? I should have done this. I should have been the cool guy. I should have been the guy with the, hey, how you doing? What's up? Huh? You looking at me? You dirty rat. Whatever. I don't know. I'm a little manic today, if you can't tell. A little manic today. But I'm feeling sexy and strong, and we're going to do another song. We had a request to bring these fellas on, and I don't know if I can bring them both on, but I'll certainly try to get one of them going. Well, the one's back. The other one, he was backstage, you know, he was talking a little yep in his lip, and I had to button it back up for him. You know, fed him a knuckle sandwich, put him to Betty Bye in the green room, and he's going to just sleep it off. And he'll learn better than to talk to somebody from Brooklyn or the Bronx that way ever again in his life. That's all I got to say about that. All right. But his brother said he'll come on and do the song. His brother's going to come on and do the song. All right. Okay. I'm going to play the guitar for him. Hey, thank you to another person making the telethon bars light up. I see we got a donation from a Jen Lee. Thank you, Jen Lee. I really appreciate you. I really do. I appreciate you. It's super nice of you. All right. What do you mean, Phil? Phil's telling me that the other brother started mouthing off too, and now neither of them's going to come out on stage. One's upset because he had to get his jaw wired shut, and the other one's, well, he's upset because his brother had to get his jaw wired shut, as it turns out. Well, do you tell him if he doesn't want to come out here, he's going to need to get himself a walker. Yeah, because I'm going to go over there and I'm going to break his hips. Is that a little too violent, ladies and gentlemen? A little too violent? It's okay. I know the song. I know this song. All right? I'm going to do the song for him. I don't know what this character's name is that I'm doing right now. If you guys have an idea in the chat for what to call this fella, he's definitely an Italian. He's definitely from New York. But that's all I know about him so far. That and that he likes to solve his problems with violence. But if you guys got a name for this fella, you let me know, and we'll put him in the audience participation numbers for the future, so that you guys can request that I just subsume myself into this personality anytime I want, you know, because I don't have to be singing all the time, because I got personality. See, my hips aren't broken, just spastic and creaky. That's a comment we got from the audience. Just spastic and creaky. Spastic and creaky. Sounds like my ex-wife. Cheap 1950s sexist humor alert. Yeah, that was a lot. Say okay. All right, let's do the song. Dream, 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 dream. Dream, dream, dream when I want you. In my arms when I want you. And all your charms whenever I want you. All I have to do is dream. Dream, dream, dream. Dream, dream, dream when I feel blue in the night and I need you to hold me tight whenever I want you. All I have to do is dream. I can make you mine, taste your lips of wine, anytime, night or day. Only trouble is, gee whiz, I'm dreaming my life away. Need you so that I could die. I love you so. And that is why whenever I want you, all I have to do is dream. Dream, 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 dream. I can make you mine, taste your lips of wine anytime, night or day. Only trouble is, gee whiz, I'm dreaming my life away. I need you so that I could die. I love you so. And that is why whenever I want you, all I have to do is dream. Dream, 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 dream. Dream, 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 dream. How about that, huh? How about that, folks? That was a real treat there. Yes, it was. All right. Trying to be, you know, personality. Trying to get you guys jazzed up. A little dancing for you. You want a little dance? All right. This is the classic of the day, right here. This is the move. All right, and then you get a little head into it. You know, you got to get your greaser hair going, and so it does this. This is the idea, is that you want it to go along like that. I'm having fun tonight, y'all. I'm having fun. It's a good night. I grew up listening to these songs, of course. Oh, do we have a special guest? Are you coming in, or you know? You want to just wave from off camera? Oh, I thought you were gonna come put your hand in on the screen. No? All right. Where you going?
I can't get anything to work right now, so I'm just gonna go be productive and get the laundry.
All right. We had an audience member who was supposed to be here tonight, but unfortunately couldn't get tickets. Couldn't make the mark. Henry Higgins. Oh boy. The rain in Spain, it falls mainly in the plain That's White Plains. And what else is in White Plains? I don't know, man. I just go to Coney Island. No, that wasn't Phil. That wasn't Phil. That was this sweetheart from the production team who wanted to get tickets for her friend Mel. And she couldn't get a ticket for her friend Mel, so her friend Mel couldn't come tonight, unfortunately. But she wanted me to say hello to all you fine folks here in the audience and all you fine folks in the audience, the larger audience at home. Did you know that in the 1950s, this very decade, that 77% of all American households got their first television set? 77% of all households got their first television set. It revolutionized the entire world. It revolutionized everything. Suddenly, the President of the United States was able to talk to you directly on the television. You could look at him right in his mug. And if you noticed, the first thing that happened is that right after that, the President started getting better looking. And I know, you're thinking, well, other than Kennedy, not so much with the lookers. For those of us with crystal balls who can see in the future, but I want you to know, they're better looking than the ones that came before most of the time. That's true, unfortunately. You know, you go look at Abe Lincoln, and his cheeks were just kind of inside out, and he was nothing but scar tissue, and he had the little Tim Burton eyes. Tim Burton's this guy that works for Phil. He wants to make pictures of his own someday, but I hear he's racist. So we're not going to give him too much opportunity to talk. But it did. It changed everything. 77% of all households, and suddenly they did. Let's do a number that's generally a very fast, sort of upbeat number, but we're gonna make it a little bit mournful. We're gonna make it a little bit mournful. I'm gonna turn off a thing here. I wanna play a song for you. I want you to enjoy yourself. We're gonna tune the piano. Did you know that you can tune a fish, but you can't tune a piano? It's the worst joke I ever heard in my whole life. But you're here, you're paying attention, and I'm feeling the need to sort of consider falling back into my transatlantic guy, my acceptable television host. Maybe falling back out of my Brooklyn personality. I don't know. What do you guys like better? Do you like it better when I'm doing the pitter patter of the television guy? Or do you like it better when I'm the New Yorker? Or do you want me to try doing new things? I don't know. You let me know. Don't forget to follow and subscribe if you like the show. Do what you can to keep the show alive. Let's be English for a second. Do what you can, folks, to keep the show alive. Keep the donors coming in. Keep us from going aggressively broke. I don't know why I just talk like that. I have no idea. I don't know. I got nothing. All right. We got ourselves a nice upright piano. I'm going to plug this guy in. A little more of it, you know. That's why I said tune the piano. Not plug it in, I said turn it up. Talking about the microphones. Or, you know, I slipped. Time will tell when I watch the replay. I don't know. Here's a song that's normally a happy song, but we'll play it like it's a sad song for fun. Each time we have a quarrel, it on my heart, 'cause I am so afraid that we will have to part. Each night I ask the stars up above, why must a teenager in love? One day next day I feel so sad. I guess I'll learn to take the good with the bad. Ask the stars up above, and must I be a teenager in love? I cried a tear for nobody but you. I'll be a lonely one if you should say we're through. Well, if you want to make me cry, that won't be so hard to do. If you should say goodbye, I'll still go on loving you. Each night I ask the stars up above, why must I be a teenager in love? I cried a tear for nobody but you. I'll be a lonely one if you should say we're through. Oh, if you wanna make me cry, that won't be hard to do. And if you should say goodbye, I'll still go on loving you. Each night I ask the stars up above, why must I be a teenager in love? Why must I be a teenager in love? Why must I be a teenager in love? We were looking for an echo, an answer to our sound, a way to live in harmony, a way we almost found. There you have it. Dion DiMucci, Dion and the Belmonts. Big hits in the 50s, big hits in the 60s. I hear they are coming. How about we go south for a little while? Huh? What do you guys think? Feel like that might be coming our way. It's the music of my childhood too, actually. Granted, it was on the oldie station then. But, oh my God, that applause is so loud. It was thunderous. Thunderous, I tell you. Thunderous. You guys want to cheer for me some more? You want to yell for me? Yeah? The Bluesmen of the Delta. Well, so the Bluesmen of the Delta was primarily in the 1930s. But I think we might be able to do something. I don't know. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, you kind. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. All right. Simmer down, everybody. Simmer down. Will you, Phil? You guys have got it. We got a show to do. We got a show to do. Quiet. Zip it. Zip it. Quiet down. Quiet down. I swear to God, guys, if you don't shush, I'm gonna come out there for you. That's it. Some people, rude. All right. Let me see. Ladies and gentlemen, me while I play a song that belongs to a black man. because integration is still a thing and television stations are still segregated. And even though I put my job on the line saying, hey, you better integrate, they told me, what are you, with Corny Collins? And they threatened to, well, they said, maybe in the 60s. I found my thrill on Blueberry Hill, on Blueberry Hill, where I found you. The moon stood still on Blueberry Hill and lingered until my dreams came true. The wind in the willow played love's sweet melody, but all the vows you made were never to be. Though we're apart, you're part of me still. For you were my thrill on Blueberry Hill. The wind in the willow played love's sweet melody, but all the vows you made were never to be. Though we're apart, though we're apart, yeah, you're part of me still. For you were my thrill. On Blueberry Hill. That, of course, was the one, the only Fats Domino who plays that song much better than me. But actually, when I said I was going to go south, I meant something quite different. We're going to try that anyway. We're going to try that. I don't have the right look. All right, we'll put on one accessory. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna put on one accessory for this song. You're just gonna, you can't see it anyway. You just have to trust me. This song would be better if I were wearing a gun, or it'd be even better if I were wearing a big hat. Wearing a very big hat, a very large hat. Nothing special, you see, just a very large hat. And if I were poling along in a raft down the river, or if I were eating shrimp, or if I was sitting on the back porch strumming something. So basically, what I'm saying is, to do the next song, we're gonna go south a little bit, and we're gonna step into country music television. And country music television, of course, was a thing in the 1950s, surely as it is now, because surely those people are very dedicated to those songs. And while country music would go through many changes in its life. In the 1950s, it had a close relationship with Irish and Scottish European folk music, and it had taken a journey alone because many Southern immigrants were Irish Irish and Scottish, and they brought their music with them. And that led to a lot of what you think of as the Appalachian folk. And by the way, before we get into this, it is actually pronounced Appalachia, not Appalachia. Appalachia is what you Yanks like to say, but we down here we like to say, "Oh, we're gonna throw an apple at you," Appalachia. But anyway, this is even further south than Appalachia. We're talking about getting way, way down into Nolans for this one. So this is a song from Nolans. Yeah, I know that. I know there's a period correct 1950s Telecaster right there. Do you think I don't know? I built the damn thing. I know it's 1952. I know it's a 1952. Boy, it's a 1952 Telecaster down there. And it looks like it was hauled out of the swamp, but it's not the appropriate guitar to play the next song on. So from Nolans, we got a song for you. And this song haunted my childhood, but I'll tell you why after the fact, because it's a nice song, and I don't want you to think of it in a bad way. But it haunted my childhood in a very interesting way. And it's by a fellow named Hank Williams. And Hank Williams wrote this wonderful little tune, and it came out in 1950, I don't know, 56, 57, something like that. Goodbye, Joe, me gotta go, me oh my oh. Me gotta go, hold the road down the bayou. My if home, sweetest one, be oh my oh. Son of a gun, we have fun on the bayou. Well, jambalaya and crawfish pie and gumbo. 'Cause tonight I'm gonna see my share of me, oh. Big guitar, fill fruit jar, and big ale. Son of a gun, we'll have big fun on the bayou. Thibodeau, Fontainebleau, the place is buzzing. Kinfolk come to see Yvonne by the dozen. Dressing style, go hog wild, me oh my oh. Son of a gun, we'll have big fun on the bayou. Well, jambalaya and a crawfish pie and gumbo. 'Cause tonight I'm gonna see my share of me oh. Big guitar, fill fruit jar, and big ale. Son of a gun, have big fun on the bayou. Well, jambalaya and a crawfish pie, feel a gumbo. 'Cause tonight I'm gonna see my share of me, oh. Big guitar, fill fruit jar, and big ale. Son of a gun, have big fun on the bayou. Well, jambalaya, crawfish pie, and filet gumbo. 'Cause tonight I'm gonna see my share of me, oh. Big guitar, fill fruit jar, and big gale. That's right, he said gale. Son of a gun, have big fun on the bayou. Hank Williams Sr. there. Of course, at this point in his career, he's just Hank Williams, because Hank Williams Jr. hasn't come along to start trouble for everybody. He hasn't come along to start trying to pollute the legacy. Not that he did, I'm just making jokes. Well, I'm glad. When I first heard that song as a child, and we're going to, of course, want to time travel a little bit to talk about this. I first heard that song in a moving picture, and it was a very sad association for me at the time, because every time the song came on, it meant that the father character in this moving picture was going to just lay into the son character in this moving picture. And the moving picture was, of course, about abusing your children, which it's the 1950s, and that's something that everybody thinks is relatively normal right now, tragically. Also, as you saw from the advertisements, we don't think much of women these days, and we don't think much of folks who don't look exactly like each other and go to the right churches, and certainly wouldn't think much of me either. They'd call me a greaser or a beatnik or some such thing. And I would proudly have been a greaser or a beatnik or some such thing if I was around in the 1950s. You can best believe that the culture would have been getting countered in my presence. It would not have been a safe space for bigotry. It never is a safe space for bigotry with me, ladies and gentlemen. But that song, I associated for years with abusive fathers. And since I had one of those, it was a tough thing to wrap my head around. It was a film called Radio Flyer. Highly recommend it. Good movie. But I came to love the song for its own merits once I learned how to play it some years ago. And of course that was, in fact, Mr. Hank Williams Sr. Let's get a little doo-wop. This would be better with a vocal group behind me, but what are you going to do? All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to bring Mr. Brad Kelly back on. And here I am. Father swore he had a reason before he swept them out to sea. He hid all his regrets behind bloody bayonets and never passed the memories to me. We sit wrapped in conversation with the men who hold the lease. Our bills are unpaid, our amends still unmade. The worst thing we could do is cry police. And lest we forget, we are born to deceive. And I bet if you left it to me, get a little preoccupied with how we live the night, preoccupied. Mother folded in the middle, both her hands full of the rain. Mother folded in the middle, both her hands full of the rain. She offered it to me, she said all the rest will be. The worst thing we can do is to remain. The worst thing we could do is to remain. Hey, a hickey from Kanicki's like a Hallmark card. The whole thing. Gotta do the whole thing. That was How We Live and Die as a doo-wop song. I was able to imagine a big ooh wap wap kind of thing going on in the background. I hope you guys could too. But while we're doing a doo-wop song, how about we let our host do one? Dum dee 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 dee. All right. Dum 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 dum, dooby 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 dum 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 dum, dooby dooby dum 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 dum, dooby dooby dum. Whoa 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 whoa. Love, love me, darling. Come and go with me, and please don't send me way beyond the sea. I need you, darling. So come go with me. Come, 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 come into my heart and tell me, darling, we will never part. I need you, darling, come and go with me. Yes, I need you, yes, I really need you. Please say you never leave me. Well, say you never, yes, you really never. You never give me a chance. Oh, come, 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 come into my heart and tell me, darling, we will never part. I need you, darling, come and go with me. Dum 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 dum, dooby dooby dum 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 dum, dooby dooby dum 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 dum, dooby dooby dum. Whoa 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 whoa. Yes, I need you. I really need you. Please say you never leave me. Say you will never. Yes, you really never. You never give me a chance. I love you, darling. Come and go with me, on with me. Baby, on the sea, I need you, darling. So come go with me. Come and go with me. Come and go with me. Dum 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 dum. Dooby dooby dum 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 dum. Dooby dooby dum 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 dum. Whoa, 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 whoa. That, of course, is, as the audience is telling me, a South Philly street corner classic. Now, of course, I came up in South Philly singing the street corner classics because I grew up around a family that loved them on both sides of my family. My grandmother listened to this kind of music almost obsessively, and my father and my uncles and a lot of other people. In my family on my father and my mother's side really loved those songs, and so I found myself playing and singing them from a very young age, along with folk music that came a little later. But here we are in the 1950s, and that was "Come Go With Me" by the Dell Vikings. And the Dell Vikings were one of my favorite premier vocal groups, but of course, doo-wop was a diverse way to hear music. And so we'll do another. Looking for the key. Live television, ladies and gentlemen. You can't cut away to commercial and you can't fix it in post. I got it all right the first time. What does fix it in post? Phil! Phil, what does fix it in post mean? Phil! Phil, get off of your ass, you weird, skinny, fat son of a... Put down the popcorn, Phil. Phil! I'll wait. Are you just gonna keep chewing at me like a sad cow, Phil? There are people watching, and they deserve a good show. Can we fix it in post? You don't know what that means. That doesn't exist yet? Cool. Cool. Thank you, Phil. Thank you, Phil. By the way, the word cool does exist. It was one of the premier slang terms of this era. And it's time for me to have a hydration. Because Phil, you son of a bitch, you never remind... I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I keep cursing. But all right, it's local access. What are you going to do? The censors will find me, or they won't. Phil... Phil, why don't you ever remind me to drink? Stupid, stupid Phil. Only you can make this world seem bright. Only you can make the darkness bright. Only you and you alone can thrill me like you do, and fill my heart with love for only you. Only you can make this change in me, for it's true, you are my destiny. Hold my hand, I understand the magic that you do. You're my dream come true, my one and only you. Hey, hey, hey. The Platters. All right, what we're gonna do now, guys, we're gonna rapid fire. We're gonna go through a couple of songs of that era, 50 songs, and the first person to name the artist successfully, the original artist or the most famous artist, either is acceptable, will get 25 bright bucks, hot and fresh off the press, delivered right to them. Are you with me, Tech Bard? Are you following? Phil, could you relay this information to the Tech Bard, please? Phil, get your hand out of your trousers and send a message to the Tech Bard. Phil? No, we do not have time for you to reach completion. Disaster, this man. Disaster. Looks like we had a redemption for an insult, but I think what I'll do instead is I'll read to you the text of an extremely sexist advertisement. Let me see what I can find now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here's an advertisement from the restaurant chain Hardee's. Hardee's is, of course, a place to catch a hearty home-cooked meal, or not. And this advertisement is a beautiful picture. I wish I could show it to you, but it's a beautiful picture. It's a lovely gal with a fine crop of blonde hair, leaning over her sink with her leg raised flamingo style, all romantic like, while she looks out the window at a beautiful man in a fedora. I don't know why anyone ever wore those, but a man in a fedora. We'll take notes. We'll do it later. A man in the fedora holding a child, and the ad says, and I quote, "Women don't leave the kitchen. We all know a woman's place is in the home, cooking her man a delicious meal. But if you are still enjoying the bachelor's life and you don't have a little miss waiting on you, then come on down to Hardee's for something sloppy and hastily prepared. Hardee's. Oh boy. Oh boy. There you go. All right. Let's see now. You're mine, and we belong together. Yes, we belong together for eternity. You're mine, your lips belong to me. Yes, they belong to only me. For eternity. You're mine, my baby, and you'll always be. I swear by everything I own, you'll always be mine. You're mine, and we belong together. Yes, we belong together for eternity. Eternity. No one knew that artist, huh? I'll give you a hint. He was there on the day the music died. A big thank you to Qui-Gon John, who just made a few purchases in the old merch store. Looks like we got a hoodie and some blank notebooks headed his way. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I very much appreciate that. If you guys are, enjoying the show, that's one way you can support, of course. There are always multiple ways to support, of course. Yes, all right. The Nifty Fifties concert review continues here on Twitch and maybe another place or two. But that was Richie Valens. That was a Richie Valens song. He wrote that and La Bamba and Oh Donna, all big hits of his, and he basically invented Chicano, which was like Mexican-infused crossover rock and pop. And if it weren't for Richie, you wouldn't have Carlos Santana and Selena y los Dinos and a lot of other things like that, because he created that genre, and he did all that before he died. And he died when he was 17 years old, sitting next to Buddy Holly. Hello, I'm Johnny Cash. Get rhythm. When you get the blues, come on, get rhythm. When you get the blues, get a rock and roll feeling in your bones. Taps on your toes and get you going, get rhythm, yeah. When you get the blues. A little shoeshine boy never gets slowed down, but he's got the dirtiest job in town, bending low at the people's feet on the windy corner of the dirty street. I asked him while he shined my shoes, how'd he keep from getting the blues? He grinned as he raised his little head. He popped his shoe shine rag and he said, get rhythm. When you get the blues, come on, get rhythm. When you get the blues, a jumpy rhythm makes you feel so fine. It'll shake all the trouble from your worried mind. Get rhythm. When you get the blues. Yeah, get rhythm. When you get the blues, come on, get rhythm. When you get the blues, got a rock and roll feeling in your bones, taps on your toes and get gone, get rhythm. When you get the blues. Well, I sat down and listened to the shoeshine boy, and I thought I was gonna jump for joy. Slapped on the shoe, polished left and right, and he took his shoeshine rag and he held it tight. He stopped once to wipe the sweat away. He said, you're a mighty little boy to be working that way. And he said, I like it, with a big wide grin. Kept on a popping and he said again, get rhythm. When you get the blues, come on, get rhythm. When you get the blues, it only costs a dime, just a nickel a shoe. Does $1 million worth of good for you. Get rhythm. When you get the blues. Yeah, get a rhythm. When you get the blues. It's true. Our friend in the audience, Lindsay, has been a little quiet tonight. I suppose I could try to coax people out of their shell. There's a few ways I could think of that we might do that. Let's see if I can pull this one off. Sink a little deeper to the collar of my jacket. It's colder outside than to sit on TV. The sidewalk cracks beneath the guilt in my pockets, but I'm only searching for my keys. It's been a while now since we weathered the storm. It's a pitiful parade we're making, me and my pocket going closer together every single day. And so I'm walking slower, but there ain't no walking backward. And I ain't found my courage to plan my beating stay. It's been a while now since I weathered the storm. Yeah, it's been a while now since I weathered the storm. It seemed like everything has changed with me, like everybody else learned to believe I'm everything but what I tried to be. I guess it means I'm still unready. Everything just falls apart. No one ever cures a faithless heart. If I could take a step beyond the start, I might get better, but I'm unready. I'm unready. Well, mama, I'm unready. Woo! If I call out to the white and blue and say my will is failing, it's a tire variation on a very tired theme. With a search for rhyme or reason, you can't just ask Alexa. It's a wonder what that means. Flex anyway, Phil. Yeah, well, in a deeper mysteries and neither men or androids dream. It's been a while now since I weathered the storm. It's been a while now since I weathered the storm. Man, this hurts my hands. Everything has changed with me. Everybody else learned to believe I'm everything but what I tried to be. I guess it means I'm still already. Everything just falls apart. Never find an answer, you didn't I gotta take a step beyond the start. I might give it up, but I'm unready. I'm still unready. I'm still unready, yeah. I'm still unready, yeah. I'm still unready, yeah. So, Stormcrow wouldn't have made that any easier. It was just the stretch that was hurting my hands. But also there's the reality that to preserve the kayfabe of the day, we're doing the show with one microphone, as they would have in those days. And that one microphone means that in order to give you a little Stormcrow, I'd have had to set this thing up, plug this thing in, get the levels right, and risk ruining my relationship with whatever neighbors I have left. So we did a little Blue Suede Shoes. I considered, but I thought I would do That's All Right instead, because Blue Suede Shoes felt like an easy one. It felt too easy. It felt like a cop out, and of course because my favorite Elvis song is from the 1960s. But you know, what you gonna do? I'm gonna do maybe one or two more songs. Close down a little early tonight, guys, because I've got to get this grease out of my hair. You see, and because I want to get while the getting was good. Leave them wanting more. I think I had said a while back I was focusing on trying to bring the show down to about hour and a half, and I have not yet done that, and I wish I had. So we got one for you. Dale, Dale, daylight come make me want go home. Dale, Dale, daylight come make me want go home. Dale, mi sete, oh. Daylight come and me want go home. Work all night and I drink a rum. Daylight come and me want go home. Stack banana till morning come. Daylight come and me want go home. Come, Mr. Tallyman, tally me banana. Daylight come and me want go home. Come, Mr. Tallyman, tally me banana. Daylight come and me want go home. It's 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot bunch. Daylight come and me want go home. 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot bunch. Daylight come and me want go home. Then me said oh. Daylight come and me want go home. Me said oh. Daylight come and me want go home. A beautiful bunch, a ripe banana. Daylight come and me want go home. Highly deadly black tarantula. Daylight come and me want go home. It's 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot bunch. Daylight come and me want go home. 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot bunch. Daylight come and me want go home. Deo, me say deo. Daylight come and me want go home. Me say deo. Daylight come and me want go home. Come, Mr. Tallyman, tally me banana. Daylight come and me want go home. Come, Mr. Tallyman, tally me banana. Daylight come and me want go home. Dale, me say Dale. Daylight come and me want go home. Dale, me say Dale. Daylight come and me want go home. Day, me say day. Daylight come and me want go home. Day, me say day, me say day, me say day, me say oh. Daylight come and me want go home. I would like to thank my off-camera assistant there for helping me bring home that Harry Belafonte cover of a classic work song. Banana Boat song there, Deo, Harry Belafonte, did the most famous version of that. And if anyone was not thinking of Beetlejuice, well, they said, hello, you disembodied spirit, they miss you. And she says, hello, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and people of all genders. Hello, hello. I've got to get used to in the patter. It's such a ladies and gentlemen. It's such a 50s thing. Ladies and gentlemen. Got to do that. Ladies and gentlemen. Got to get that wrapped into the old noggin. Pop it in the noggin and keep it there for a while. Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be real good. All right. I am about to call it on that myself. I think I'm going to do one more song, guys. If anybody thinks I missed a genre that you'd like to hear me hit a little better, or just something that you're craving to close down the night, please let me know in the chat right now. And if you've had a good time, consider donating or joining Patreon. I would very much appreciate that. Dear Wifington, I love you, Wifington. I'm singing there, but Wifington, I missed you, Wifington, so I show to say hello. All right. And many thanks again to our everyone who's been giving. Thank you to Nancy Jerome, Aunt Nancy, for dropping a little something in the old telethon, and helping us keep ourselves and our show afloat. Let's see. I got an idea for one. Perfection does not always need to be obvious. That's true and wise and well said. Got a tricky one for you. It's one of those songs where everyone knows the song, but very few people can remember the artist. In the still of the night, I held you tight, 'cause I love you so. Promise I'll never let you go. In the still of the night, in the still of the night, I remember that night in May. The stars were bright above our hope, and I'll pray to keep your precious love well before in the still of the night, in the still of the night. I remember that night in May, while the stars were bright up above. I'll hope and I'll pray to keep your precious love, oh, in the still of the night. I held you tight, 'cause I love you so. I promise I'll never let you go, in the still of the night. So before the light hold me again with all your might, in the still of the night, in the still of the night, in the still of the night, in the still of the night.
Well, I can say this. I can say I hope you had a good time tonight. I can say that I hope you will remember this and help us figure out more fun themes and ways to be on the show, ways to make the show interesting and fun for you. I want to say thank you for being here and for hanging out with us. You hip cats, you cool kids. I hope you enjoyed this time spent in the drive-in movies and the Bobby Soxes of memory. I hope you enjoyed the sock hop that I put on for you tonight. I hope you enjoyed the variety hour on early television shows that I put on for you tonight. I hope you recognize that I put a lot of work into it, and I thank you for doing your bit to keep this show viable, because as long as there are people watching it, I will be doing it. As long as it has an audience and a market, I'll be here doing this for you guys. And of course now, as I suppose everybody knows, this becomes now a way to support my family. So being able to support my family by making noise and singing songs, that is the most wonderful thing. Being able to take care of my people, because there are people who like this. So, as our tech bard said, we are trying aggressively to grow Patreon. Patreon starts at as little as $2 a month. And here's the secret. If you're not a Patreon and you think you could afford the $2 a month, joining makes it more likely that others will, because it will get me onto Patreon's searches. I will show up higher in their search results. More people will see that you have joined, and more people will join. And as soon as we hit a $500 a month goal, and we are a little over halfway there, as soon as we hit a $500 a month income, I'm immediately going to put an acoustic cover album out for you guys that I will cut probably most of it live on the show for you to see, and then release to Spotify and put out in the world for you guys to purchase. I might even be able to get it out on cassette. I'm looking into that. I'm going to try to put it out on cassette if I can, even if it means bootlegging cassettes myself, which sounds incredibly fun. But anyway, that's the goal. That's the idea. There are 50 some odd posts on Patreon right now. For $2, you can go unlock like almost a year's worth of content creation, including a ton of writing and demos and things that have never been released or played on the show ever. So check that out. It's in the chat. Our tech bard has put that in there several times, or you can go to brightkelly.me/join. Thank you for hanging out with us here in the studio. Studio Red Tower 54, whatever we decide to call this. It has been my pleasure to travel back in time with you this evening. I will catch you guys on Monday when we will be returning to having a special guest. This coming Monday, singer-songwriter Liv Reichley will be joining our us on Monday to discuss the duet that she and I did together, her just released Christmas single, and the life of an internet musician. So tune in for that, and I will catch you guys around being here. And thank you so much for all that you do.